Hello and welcome everyone to the Commodity Report for the 7th of November 2018, presented by myself, Phil Carr, at the Gold and Silver Club. So today we will be having a closer look at gold and oil prices. Tomorrow, of course, we have the FOMC statement, which the markets will be gearing up for over the next 24 hours. Ahead of that, we've had quite a lot of data. We've also had the results here of the midterm elections as well, which has caused a split in power in US Congress. And today we've also had the US crude oil inventories data, which showed last week another boost in oil production reaching a new record, whilst gasoline stocks have increased and distillate inventories have fallen. And we're starting to see support come in here for oil just above $60 per barrel here on reports that Russia and Saudi Arabia are discussing whether to cut crude oil output next year. And of course, as we get towards the beginning of December, all eyes will be on the OPEC meeting on Monday, the 3rd of December, which will be the 175th OPEC meeting. And we could see a return to oil production cuts by OPEC, according to two OPEC sources on Wednesday. Now, the narrative in the market over the next 24 hours is likely to shift away from the midterms, and the FOMC statement will then start to move into focus. In fact, gold prices at the moment, they're having their typical pullback that we often see as we get closer to an FOMC statement. US dollar is starting to get a bit of support after initially falling lower in the session off the back of the midterm election results, and investors are really looking ahead now to the Federal Reserve meeting for signals on future interest rate hikes. So with that, let's move over to the charts and we'll talk you through the key levels that we're looking at for the rest of the week. First of all, let's move over to US crude oil here, which right now is trading at $61.75 per barrel. This week, we are looking at a range on oil, which is between approximately $61 up to $64.50 per barrel. And at the moment, we are definitely towards the lower end of the range. We're seeing oil find some support right above the monthly pivot. In fact, the key levels that we're looking at next here, where key support is likely to come in for oil, is residing at approximately $61.29 per barrel. And just below that, you've then got key support coming in at $60.50 per barrel. And that would actually take the price all the way back down towards the swing lows and consolidation here from March of 2018 if we were to see a move all the way back down towards $60 per barrel. But at the moment, we are holding just above the monthly pivot. I would also keep a lookout for the FOMC statement's impact on oil prices. Often we can see a retracement and a rally back for oil prices on FOMC statements. It's something that's occurred multiple times on previous FOMC statements, particularly if oil prices are very oversold, as they are at the moment. And we've got very close to that very key level of support at $60 per barrel. But for the time being, most of the bearish news appears to be priced into oil at the moment. We've had a lot of bearish headline news of late. Even the oil inventories data here on Wednesday as well has seen a complete reversal in oil prices from the highs of the session, which were approximately at $63.27 per barrel today. And at the moment, we are getting supported right at the lower end of the current range here for oil. So I would watch out for oil here for the potential to bounce this week from this zone, particularly if we get above $62 per barrel. If we close above that level, we may see a revisit back towards $63.50 and possibly even above $64 per barrel as well. You can see at the moment, actually, we're turning green on the day here. So oil is starting to catch a bit of a bid here. Moving over to gold here, which is currently trading at $1,227 per ounce. Gold is having a very typical pre-FOMC move at the moment, and that is that you would normally anticipate profit taking ahead of an FOMC statement. And particularly, as you can see here today, we broke out to the highs of 1,236 US dollars per ounce. No real follow through. There's been a lot of resistance around that zone over the course of this week. Gold still remains very range bound. Each week we're moving within approximately a $20 to $25 range for gold, which is 200 to 250 points. And you really want to capitalize on the extremes of that range. So essentially selling at the upper end of the range and also buying back at the lower end of the range as well tends to be the best way to take advantage of the moves and price action on gold at the moment. What I'm looking at going into the FOMC statement, right now gold is trading at $1,200 and approximately $28 per ounce here. I'm looking at support to potentially come in at the lower end of this range, so approximately 1,222 down to 1,217. For me, that would be a buy opportunity if we do pull back to that range, hold support, and then we start to springboard off that level. I would need more confirmation on that. This week, certainly the lower end of the range has been 1,222. I want to see whether gold will get any lower than that between now and really the FOMC statement, and see if the FOMC statement is a catalyst here. In terms of a price target, if we were to break out of some of this resistance and buy in at the lower end of the range, I would be looking at potential move back towards $1,240 up to $1,243 if we were to see a breakout on gold later on in the week. On the flip side of that, if we pull back, I would be looking at revisiting 1,222, then 1,217 US dollars per ounce here for gold. If you would like to join us for our preparation webinar for tomorrow's FOMC statement and also get access to the exact trades that we'll be taking in real time, there is an opportunity for you to join us at the Gold and Silver Club to join a community of successful traders. So if you would like to find out more about the service and become a member of the private members live trading room, you get access to the following. So you have access to live trade alerts. Those are delivered via WhatsApp, email and SMS. You have access to mentorship, expert advice, in-depth market analysis and trusted insights so that you can know earlier how to act quicker and maximize your return on every trade opportunity. So if you'd like to find out more about the service, all you need to do is go to www.jointhelivetradingroom.com. The link is also below this report in the description. So just click on the link, make an application, and we will get in touch with you ASAP. And also make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. That way you're kept updated with the latest commodity reports.